Welcome to another one of Guided Tour. We're going to look at puzzle 413, a 7x7 released this very evening. Let's load her up, let's get started. And as always, if you want to see this fast without all the talk, there's a mad dash, just under 30 seconds, knock yourself out. For the rest of y'all, let's just take a quick look at segmentation, because that's what we do around here. We have, of course, a 1 length, a 2 length, a 3 length, and a 4 length segment. That's probably going to see us some baselines one way or another. We'll figure it out as we go. If you don't know baselines, though, look at Puzzle 379 or Puzzle 9 for good introductions to those in my guided tour playlist. Okay, for the rest of us, let's just start along the top. We get 1, 3, and 4, and we have a 4-length segment, so we know what that is. That's a 2. And we're left with a 5, 6, 7 pair, and we can live through that, or a triple rather. We can live through that. Alright, so that's a 1, and 3 or 4, well, it has to be 3 and 4 like that. Let's scroll on down. We can't do 1, 2, and 3, but when we turn, we get a 1. There's only one place for a 4, and that's useful. And when we do that, well, look back up here. That's a 1, 2, and that's a 1, 2, which means we can't have a 2 in this square. So that's a 3, and that's a 2, and that's a 1, that's a 3, and that's a 2, that's a 1, and that's a 2. Whew! I feel like we did something there. Okay, so what do we get out of that? Well, what we get out of that is we should work on this line. What do we know about this line? Let's start at the bottom. What can this square be? Well, it looks like it'd be 1 or 5, but see if we can figure that out. This can't hold a 5 or 7. This can't hold a 5 or 7. Oh, this is the only square for a 7, and that means this is a 5, and this is a 1, 2 pair. All right, so we got the 5. That's something. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is a 6 limit. Well, that's going to be our 6. Let's see. Where do we get to put the 4 in here? Well, we don't know that yet. What are we left with? 1, 3, and 4. Well, that's a 3. We're left with 1 and 4. That's close. What else do we get? Well, over here, turning again, we're missing a 4. Well, that tells us it's 4 and 1. There we go. We got all that. Useful as always. What about this next line up? It needs a, well, this has to be 2 because it's a 4 limit. This is a 5 limit. It has to be a 5. Oh, we found a baseline. And so the thing about baseline is that if you don't put the numbers or look at it in the right order, you can't see what's happening. This could be a 5, 6, or 7, and you just go on about your way. But you got to pigeonhole the whole line. This could be a 2, 5, or 7, and this could be a 2 or a 5, but this can only be a 2, and now this can only be a 5, and now this one over here is the only place left for a 6, and before you know it, the whole line's done because you took the time to do the whole line in the right order in the first place. Over here we have a pair left. Is 5 or 7, gives us a 5. Down here there's one place for a 5 left, leaves us a 1 and 3. Oh, I'm sorry, a 2 and 3, and we know what those are. Down here, though, is a 1 and 3. We know what those are because of this 3 looking over. That's a 2, that's a 1, that's a 2. Left with 3 and 6, well, there's 3 and 6. Left with 2 and 3, well, there's 3 and 2. Left with 1 and 4, 1 and 4. Left with 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And that's about all there is to it. It's not a particularly hard 7x7, even without the black box. You just had to look at the segmentation and figure out how to make this segmentation work for you, which is what we did here. We chipped away until we could get a baseline going in one direction, and the puzzle solved pretty linearly, pretty much, area by area. If you had questions, I really hope this video helped. If you still have questions, leave a comment. I'll try and help there. Like if you like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Spread the word if you like. We do revised paths a couple different ways every day. Thanks again. Hope you have a great night. We'll see you on another evening, perhaps even tomorrow. Bye.